Hello, welcome to our channel, Top 10s You Should Know. Let me ask you something. In doing the thing that feels awkward, uncertain, or even painful, today I'm bringing you something powerful, the top 10 uncomfortable habits that unlock your potential. These aren't about punishment or pushing too hard. They're about small but meaningful choices that slowly stretch who you are into who you're meant to become. Whether you're trying to break through a plateau, build mental toughness, or simply feel more alive, this one might finally explain why you've been stuck and how to move forward. Let's begin. 1. Early rising. Waking up before comfort calls you back. Most people dream of success while sleeping past their alarms. But those who truly unlock potential wake up early, before the world does, before the noise begins. This habit isn't about being productivity obsessed. It's about giving yourself space to think, plan, and act before distractions take over. The first hour of your day shapes the rest, and waking up early gives you that sacred time. Many high achievers use this quiet window to meditate, journal, or train, building momentum before most people even open their eyes. If you've been struggling to get started, try shifting your clock, because sometimes the only way to outpace life is to beat it awake. 2. Saying no. Protecting energy instead of pleasing everyone. Saying no feels uncomfortable, especially when you value relationships, approval, or peace. But here's the secret. Every yes that drains you is a no to your own potential. Emotionally strong people know this well. They protect their energy by learning to say no with grace, clarity, and conviction. Over time, this builds self-respect, reduces inner tension, and creates space for what matters. If you've been agreeing to things you don't want, stop. Reframe no as a form of respect for yourself. Because true growth doesn't come from doing everything. It comes from doing what aligns and letting go of the rest. 3. Cold showers. Training your nervous system for resilience. Cold showers may not sound pleasant, but they're incredibly effective for training your nervous system. When you expose yourself to cold daily, you teach your body to handle stress differently. Blood vessels constrict, then dilate. Cortisol drops, endorphins rise, and over time, you start seeing discomfort as a teacher, not an enemy. Many people report increased energy, better mood, and deeper focus after just a few weeks of this habit. Start small, 30 seconds at the end of your regular shower, and build from there. Because sometimes the fastest way to grow stronger is to let nature do the work. 4. Speaking up first. Stepping into visibility without waiting an acronym. So many of us wait for confidence, for permission, for the perfect moment before speaking up. But unlocking potential means stepping into visibility before you feel ready. Whether it's sharing your idea in a meeting, asking a question in class, or posting online despite fear, speaking up first changes everything. It trains your brain that rejection won't destroy you, that failure won't define you, and that silence isn't safety, it's stagnation. If you've been waiting to be seen, stop. Say it now, because potential grows not in hiding, it thrives in being heard. 5. Sitting with discomfort, letting it teach you instead of running from it. We often run from discomfort, whether it's awkward conversations, emotional pain, or uncertainty. But real growth happens when you learn to sit with it, not numb it, not avoid it, not distract from it. Just stay, breathe, feel, let it pass through you like a wave. This habit builds emotional resilience, patience, and self-awareness. Many people find that once they stop fearing discomfort, it loses its power to control them. If you've been avoiding hard moments, try facing them head on. Because strength isn't built in ease, it's forged in moments you'd rather skip. 6. Journaling truths you don't want to face. Writing through resistance. There's a reason we avoid journaling, because it forces us to face ourselves. To name truths we'd rather ignore. To write down what we're afraid to say out loud. But emotionally grounded people use this tool to process, release, and grow. Some write letters they never send. Others record voice notes instead of handwriting. The goal? To empty the mind and make room for healing. If you've been bottling things up, give yourself permission to pour them out. Because sometimes the strongest form of protection isn't silence, it's expression. 7. Eating less sugar, rewiring cravings to build discipline. Sugar feels comforting until it starts controlling you. Cravings for sweetness affect not just your waistline, but your mindset, energy, and mood. Learning to reduce sugar teaches discipline, stabilizes emotions, and sharpens focus. Many people notice clearer thinking, fewer mood swings, and more sustained energy once they cut back. If you've been using sugar to cope, pause. Ask yourself, what am I really craving? Because discipline doesn't always come from willpower. Sometimes it starts with what you choose not to eat. 8. Facing criticism head on, not avoiding feedback that hurts. Criticism stings, especially when it's unfair or delivered unkindly. But emotionally mature people don't run from it. They face it. They read the message. They hear the feedback. They sort the useful from the useless. Then they move forward, wiser, not weaker. If you've been deleting messages without reading them or skipping meetings where you might be challenged, try something new. Sit with the discomfort. Learn from it. Because growth rarely arrives with applause. It shows up dressed in criticism. And if you let it in, it reshapes you. 9. Public failure. Letting go of perfection to open doors. Fear of failure keeps most people playing small, and that fear makes sense. But those who unlock potential understand. Failure is not the end. It's fuel. The more you fail in public, the less power failure holds over you. People who embrace this habit often describe a freeing effect, a shift where embarrassment stops shrinking them and starts strengthening them. If you've been hiding your attempts behind perfection, let this go. Speak. Try. Fail. Laugh at yourself. Because freedom begins the moment you stop fearing judgment and start accepting imperfection. 10. Doing the hardest thing first. Building willpower like a warrior. Many of us chase productivity by doing what's easy, answering emails, organizing files, doing busy work that looks like progress. But warriors of willpower know the truth. Doing the hardest thing first rewires your brain. Whether it's a difficult conversation, a challenging workout, or a creative project you've been delaying, starting with the toughest task builds unstoppable momentum. It teaches your brain that you can push through resistance, and once you prove that to yourself regularly, your confidence skyrockets. If you've been putting off what scares you, stop. Do it first. Because willpower isn't built in comfort, it's earned in effort. All right, friends, that wraps up our list. The top 10 uncomfortable habits that unlock your potential. So now I want to hear from you. Which of these habits surprised you the most? Have you already started changing and noticed a difference in how you show up in life? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experience. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with someone who needs a reset, and subscribe so you never miss another episode. Thank you so much for watching. Stay curious, stay grounded, and remember, your potential isn't hidden, it's protected. And the only way through is through.